Sometimes you sit there, staring at a fixed point, and it feels like everything inside you has frozen. Like you no longer have the strength for one more step, one more breath. You're fighting silently, without recognition, walking through routine, exhaustion, chaos, and doubt. And everything around you seems to whisper, "That's enough. Quit. It's not going to work." But in those moments, there's one truth people rarely say out loud. The universe always tests you before everything changes. Not to break you, but to see if you're ready. And it always begins with invisible trials. We think life follows logic, that if we work hard, stay disciplined, honest, devoted, the results will come. But life doesn't work like that. The universe isn't an accountant. It's more like a strict but wise teacher. It never hands things over all at once. It watches silently, asking, "Are you truly ready to hold what you're asking for? You want freedom, but you avoid being alone? You want wealth, but you resist discipline? You want love, but you can't sit with yourself for even 5 minutes?" And so, the test begins. You get pushed to your limit. It feels like there's nothing left, that the next step will break you. But if you keep walking, you realize that wasn't the end. It was the last gate. The thin wall between not yet and just about to be. Why is it this way? Because true growth never starts in comfort. It begins in pain. In the exact moment your entire being screams, "Stop," and instead you choose, keep going. There are so many stories we never see, moments that would inspire us, but all we ever witness is the tip of the iceberg, the aftermath. We don't see that before someone became strong, they endured a long, cold winter. That before recognition, there was total obscurity. And before success, there was confusion and failure. Everyone who made it was tested first. And if you look closely at your own life, you've already passed through trials before. There were times you thought it was over, but you stood your ground. And a new chapter began. So why do these tests happen? Not to punish you, but to purify. You can't step into a new life with the same mindset, same fears, same reactions. You won't be allowed into where you're meant to be while clinging to who you used to be. These tests are not punishment. They are a filter, a way of separating what's real from what's unnecessary. While you fight circumstances, something invisible is happening. Everything you no longer need is being stripped away. And what remains is the core, the real you. And that version of you is the only one capable of holding what you've been asking for. When you wait too long for something and it still doesn't come, it feels unfair. But in reality, it's just the filter doing its job. It's testing your intention. Do you really want this? Or was it just a passing desire? Are you ready to pay the price? To change for the new life? If not, the path will close. If yes, it will be hard. But you will pass. How can you tell you're in one of these trials? There are 5 signs. First, you feel stuck, like everything is at a standstill. Second, internal conflict begins. Doubt, apathy, confusion. Third, old connections vanish. It's like you're being cut off from your past. Fourth, everything feels like it's against you, like a fish hitting the ice. It all seems meaningless. And fifth, everything is collapsing. Yet deep down, you sense this isn't random. You feel something ending. What used to work no longer does. If you're in that phase, don't be afraid. It means you're closer than you think. And the worst trap of all is giving up on the last step. You can do everything right, every single day. But if you quit on step 99, you'll never know what step 100 had for you. That's the essence of the test. Will you keep going when nothing is guaranteed? Will you choose the path without applause? Will you stay with yourself if no one else stays? If yes, then you're ready. And that's when the universe opens the door. Change doesn't arrive suddenly. It arrives all at once. Like a tree. For the longest time, there's nothing but dirt. But underground, something is happening. And one day, it breaks the surface. And from that moment on, nothing can stop it. Life works the same way. You give, believe, hold the line. It feels like a void. And then one day, a call, a meeting, an idea, a coincidence, and everything changes. And you realize it wasn't sudden. It was because you never gave up. What do you do in the dark? Here are a few thoughts. Stop expecting fast results. You are planting, not harvesting. What you need is discipline and trust. Be alone more often. Don't seek validation outside. There will be silence out there. So tune your radar inward. You know why you started. Cut the noise. Turn off other people's opinions. They don't know your path. It's yours alone. Remind yourself why you began. Write it. Say it. Feel it. Return to your core. Learn to walk without seeing the road. The path appears under the feet of the one who walks, not before. The universe is a mirror. It doesn't give you what you want. It reflects who you're becoming. Become someone else, and it reshapes the landscape. Shift your focus, and it reconfigures the world. You say, let everything change, then I'll feel strong. It says, become strong, and I'll change everything. That's the true alchemy. Who are you after this trial? That's the real question. You think you're just going through a rough patch, but the truth is, you're being recalibrated. You're being aligned to a new version. You're no longer the one who fears, who needs approval, who runs from the unknown. You're the one who's ready. And now, life begins. Your only task is to stay on your feet. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it won't be clear. And no, there won't be quick rewards. But if you make it through, you'll become someone powerful. Not because it was easy, but because you stood tall through the storm. So don't forget, you are somewhere on the path. Maybe at the start, maybe at the last threshold. Yes, it's scary, it hurts, it's lonely. But I'll tell you the truth, you're closer than you think. All you have to do is not turn back. Don't believe the lie in your head. Don't betray the road you've already begun. Because the universe never abandons the ones who are ready to walk all the way.